This is the Average to Savage podcast with Paul Garino. Everyone and anyone, athletes, celebs, and much more.
Today's episode is brought to you by BUSR.com. You know, everyone always asks me where they should bet, and now I got a solution for them. BUSR.com/Paul. You deposit $100, they'll match your $100 in free bets, so you basically get $200. Go check it out, BUSR.com/Paul. What's up, everybody? I'm back for another episode of the Average Savage podcast. Our special guest today is Josh Butler. Josh, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, let's just go back in time a little bit. What's your first memory of playing football?
It'd have to be from like Little League. My dad and them started their own Little League football team. And I just remember watching my older brother play. He's 3 years older than me. So I remember watching him play. And like my grandma was always like screaming, calling his name and stuff like that. Like, go Steve. His name's Stevie, or Steve. It's Stephen Dunn Butler. He's a junior. And she always be like, go Stevie, go. And I'm sitting there like, dang, I want, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want grandma love. So I'm like, I want to play football. And that's kind of how I got like into it. It was like inspired by my older brother to just, play football, even though I already kind of knew I was going to be thrown in there. Just simply, we was a football family. So that's probably like one of my first memories, and just playing like Little League flag all the way up now.
Yeah, that's dope. And then what about like when you were in high school? Like, was there a point where you knew you were like better than the rest?
Probably to be honest, man, it's probably until my senior year. My senior year was like finishing my junior year on to my senior year. Yeah, I kind of like figured it out. That's when I was like getting really good with like punt return, kick returns, just overall defense. I also played like corner and safety. So after I like realized that, and then like a lot of offers started coming in. Like my first offer came in actually around my sophomore year, and it was from North Texas. Some UNT. That was my first offer I had, and it was during the summer too. So I got that one, and then like Texas A&M came around, and then like when season came around for my junior year, they all just came in, but then like I didn't realize like how good I was until coach would always be like, "Go JB, you go back there and catch the punt returns," and I play defense. Usually most defensive players don't get that opportunity to do so.
Yeah, for sure. And then just tell me about, I know you grew up in Texas, so you got to tell me about the football culture down there, because I know it's nuts.
The coaches?
No, the culture.
Oh, the football culture,
Oh, I mean, coaches are nuts too, but
Oh yeah, they crazy. Yeah, best believe that. But the culture, I mean, it's nothing but football, man. Like everybody knows Texas is a football state, and it's year round. It's really year round. If you're not doing football, we're running track. That's what we had to do. We eat, sleep, and breathe football. Literally football every single day. It kept us out of trouble, most of us at least. And we always do summer training. Literally always. We always had something that was involved with football. I don't think it was a single day we didn't do football. Even if it was cold outside, you wearing your sweats and stuff, you going outside and you go practice doing something with football. And I don't realize how much we actually used to do stuff until like, you're done with it. And then you look back at it like, oh, we didn't really catch a break as a kid. Like, not really. Like, you really constantly did football stuff, even play in the street. You know what I mean? Like, it was always something football.
Yeah, for sure. And then, just going back to your, what was your recruiting process like? How was it like hard? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
Oh yeah, I liked it. Like the coaching stuff was cool to me. Like, one, it got me out of classes sometimes. Like, some of the times the coaches would come and visit, and they ask for a certain student or whatever. I would get a call, and then my coach would call my teachers and be like, "Hey, is Josh there?" And they call me, and I just go right on down. I'll be happy as hell going down to the office. But they was real cool. And then none of them really like, be weird or anything. And I made my decision based off like what I felt was like best for me, and it was the best for me.
Yeah. What was like your final 3 schools?
Miami. I went to go to Miami. That was always my dream school. And I got their offer and everything too. That just simply off of, the early 2000s class with like Ed Reed and them, you know what I mean? And then like Devin Hester, he was very inspirational to me to try to go to Miami too. So Miami, Michigan State, and then my third one was UCLA.
All right. So then how did you pick Michigan State over your dream school?
Like they was going through some stuff back in like 2014 through 2015. I think that something with like the head coach and their position coach or something like that.
Yeah.
It was there was some stuff going on then. So and then that program was like rocking.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then like I looked into UCLA, and then I looked into Michigan State, and I originally wanted to major in forensic science. Okay. That's what I originally wanted to do. And I looked into it, and Michigan State at the time was like number 4 in the country for forensics. And I was like, like, cool, all right, cool. And I looked deeper into it, looked deeper into the football. They was winning every year, like from like 2013, 2014. And then we ended up making the playoffs in 2015, the same year I ended up going. So that's what, and then like I visited, I took that bus ride up there. After I took that bus ride, I was like, yeah, this is gonna have to be the school for me, because like I'm not in no way it's gonna take me 2 days to get all the way up to a school and then like I'm not picked that school type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and I wanted to get out of Texas. So I don't know if you noticed, like I said all type of schools that was not in Texas. I wanted to get as far away from Texas as possible. Simply because like the environment, and then like I didn't want to be close enough to always come back home, because there's always some stuff going on back home.
Yeah, definitely. What like, I didn't say most, like some players are just like there for football, but you just said like you picked it because of like the major. Like what gave you that like intuition basically?
I mean, I'm a kind of a nerd, to be honest. Like I was always into academics or into school or something like that, and I already knew like what I wanted to do after football, because football doesn't last forever. The more you age or whatever it may be, we understood that part of it as kids. So it was kind of like already instilled in us to know like, what do you want to do after football type of thing. And I'm all right. I'm like, I'm good for now with football. I'm gonna keep working hard, keep doing all that stuff too. That's not a problem. But you also got to realize like, what do you want to do afterwards? Because like I'm in that moment right now. Like what I want to do afterwards. So I already got it kind of figured out anyway. But yeah, that's kind of why.
Gotcha. And then what was your overall experience like at Michigan State, like on and off the field?
It was.
You're making me think right now.
Yeah, man, because I've been through a lot of stuff, especially like going there. So for me, my experiences was kind of up and down. Just being first of all, adjusting to a new environment like Michigan, the state in general is kind of, I don't know, like it either always raining or it's always snowing. You don't get too much sunshine all the time, especially me coming from Texas, bro. I'm sunshine, going somewhere, doing that. So the state was kind of depressing itself, but I can't say like the people made it a lot better for me, simply because like I met people there who I bond with forever. That's from coaches, that's from players, that's from like normal people. We call them NARPs, non-athletic regular people. Yeah, man, I made a lot of NARP friends, and they made school a little bit better for you. Not only because they was like there for you, or they would like understand, especially when I was going through the depression stage of what I was going through. Just literally just talking to people, like opening up, and you not knowing that they feel that certain way too, and you connect on that certain level now. And then with football, the support from football that I was receiving from not just fans and everything too, everybody wanted to see me do really, really good, and like they was always supportive, saying like, there was some times when we'll lose games or you would mess up on a player. So that's normal. You always get backlash, and they're like, "All right, this guy suck" or whatever. But that's normal.
Yeah.
You miss one tackle,
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
you made 9 plays straight in a row. You miss one tackle, this guy's ass. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, man, it's I'll say my overall, especially towards the end, was really really great. Just the overall with persevering through everything, the support, the Spartan love, like the anywhere I go, anytime I rock Michigan State or something like that, it's always somebody that's either went to the school a long time ago or something, or just like recently about to go to the school or something like that. They always recognize Michigan State. That's literally everywhere that I've been, and people will literally be like, "All right, you know what I'm saying? I got you now. You already know you're a part of the family. I don't really know you, but I know you went to the school, so you're a part of the family," type of thing.
Yeah.
It's deep. I didn't know it was that deep until like I like left school, and like it's like a whole bunch of Spartans that's out in LA. There's a whole bunch of Spartans that's in Texas. Pretty like I say, anywhere that I go, there's a lot of Spartans.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people, I mean, because like at 18, I don't think people realize that because I don't know, you just don't know that. But like, yeah, the like alumni connection of where you go, it's kind of like important in that aspect of like, because it could be when you're at one of the big schools, like there's a lot of people everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then just tell me about like how'd you get both your dogs, Roxy and Remy?
Roxy and Remy. They both came from one of my best friends, is Darian Clemens. He his family's dog was like having puppies, and they was like looking for homes for the dog, right? And I think it was a litter of like probably like 4 or 3 or so, because I know I got one, and he and his sister got one, and then his other sister got the other dog, and then like the rest I don't know what they did with. But yeah, I got Roxy first. Roxy's 4 now. I got her actually right after the Michigan game that we beat them in 2017. Right, literally right after that game, the next day I got Roxy, and that's how she came into my life, because like they was literally just trying to find homes for their like dogs, and because it was really unexpected, like they had puppies or whatever, they weren't selling them, they was literally looking for homes for it. So I got her completely free, and like he was literally asking everybody around, he's like, bro, we trying to find homes for these puppies or whatever, and I was like, I don't do nothing. And so I was thinking to myself, I was like, literally, I don't party, I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't do none of that. And I'm like, bro, I'll take a dog. Just give me, you know what I'm saying? I'll take a dog. He's like, cool, you for real? I was like, yeah, I'm so serious. And I was like, what type of dog? You know what I mean? He's like, it's like a box and a pit mix. It's the dad, it's the mom, and it's what the dog looked like. I was like, all right, cool. He's like, what you gonna name her? I'm like, I don't know. We gonna figure it out when I like see her. And I got her. And I was like, my name is Roxy. I don't know where it came from. It just Roxy. So I got her, and it's just been me and her for a couple years. And then the main reason why I was looking into getting another dog was literally because like I didn't have that much time to like take care of Roxy. Meaning like, bro, I just started like my master's for one.
Mm-hmm.
The football was getting like really intense. It's close to my senior year. You know what I'm saying? Your senior year got to be your best year. I'm putting in extra work in football. And so I'm like, all right, bro. I'm looking at Roxy, right? It's sometimes I can't even, you know what I'm saying, go out and take her on long walks like we used to, or something it may be. And I was like, I'm gonna look into like getting another dog, so simply so they can like play with each other throughout the day or whatever. So I'm looking up animal shelters that's nearby. So the National Humane Society that's in Michigan, they actually follow Roxy and Remy on Instagram. They're pretty cool. I would go there a lot. We took our first Christmas pictures actually there before. So I always would like go and check to see if they got like more dogs or something. And I was looking into it, and like some dogs were like already about to get picked up or about to leave or something like that, or some dogs were not like, I guess, bonding with other animals. They had to be like solo type of dogs. I'm like, all right, Roxy, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? So I'm like introducing her to other dogs at the shelters or something to see if they like bond or whatever it may be. And then like sometimes they'll be like, oh yeah, this dog just got adopted or something like that. And so I just put it out publicly. It was like, anybody know where I can like adopt another dog? And then my homeboy again, he hit me up. And it was like, bro, you won't believe this, but they're having more puppies. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Like you literally gotta be kidding. It was like for weeks I was looking for other dogs. Like, but until I like put it out there, that's when he like responded. It's like, yeah, they having more puppies. And like this is the litter. And like they had a whole bunch of them. There's a whole bunch of them this time around. I was like, you know what? I take one, and I take another girl. I another girl dog. And that's how I got Remy. And like I asked the people on Instagram, like, what should I name the new dog? And it was out of Bella, Remy with an I, and somebody said name her Foxy. I was like, that's too close. So I took that out. Now 2 names, Bella and Remy. And then like I put a poll up, like what should I name her? And a lot of people said Remy. So I was like, all right, cool, Remy it is. And that's how I ended up getting Roxy and Remy. And the rest is history. You already know the story on that one. Yep.
Yeah, that's dope. So they are technically sisters.
They are, yep.
That's dope. Yeah, then tell me about just like walking out with them like your senior day, because I know that was like pretty much like when you went viral and stuff like that. That's how I found out about you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how a lot of people figure out the story. Basically, when it was started summer, to be honest, because I asked for the Meet the Spartans. And like at the Meet the Spartans, all right, you got to catch Coach D in a good mood first and foremost. You got to catch him in a good mood, because if you don't catch him in a good mood, everything is going to be a no. So you had to catch him in a good mood. And I was like on Twitter, that's before they suspended my account for no reason. I got to get that back. That's ridiculous, man. On Twitter, I was like asking around, joking around. And like, people already kind of knew I had dogs type of thing. Like they was already knowing that I had dogs before like the story, like the big stage or whatever came out. But somebody like mentioned, it was like, oh, Roxy and Remy going to be at the Meet the Spartans. And I was like, And I act like Coach D, but I don't think he said nothing at that time. So I asked him in person while he was in a good mood. I was like, hey, Coach, I don't know if you've seen it, but people wanted to know if Roxy and Remy can come to Meet the Spartan. And he's like, are they trained? They won't bite nobody, right? They won't poop nowhere. I was like, yeah, they're pretty trained. And he's like, yeah, they do come in football facility a lot, and they'll be in there with like Sally and them whenever she bring her dog up to work, and like they'll be just playing. He's like, yeah, they don't mess up nothing here in the football facility, so like why not? I'm like, all right, cool, why not? So that happened, and we say Meet the Spartans, and Meet the Spartans went so good, so well. People was asking like, people was just asking like when we go like see them again type of thing, and I was like, I'm like, I don't know. And then I like somebody was like, what about senior day or something like that? And I had to think about it, like when is senior day? Like, you know what I mean? I had to figure that out. And then like a couple weeks went by, and that's I think when they had like said something else about senior day, like when you got to fill out when your what parents is coming, and like because you got to figure out like the hotels and stuff for parents, because parents come in and like we're in type of thing. And so they was asking everything, and I asked Coach D, I was like, hey, can I like bring my dogs? Because he already knew like both my parents was already passed. I was like, can I like bring my dogs maybe? If we could try to figure that out. He was like, I don't know. We gotta, say ask the lady who take care of the field. We gotta ask, the people that take care of the actual stadium security. You know what I mean? Like it was further in there. We had to figure it out. And then like a couple of weeks later, he was like, it's like, yeah, type of just basically, yeah. And I was like, all right then, all right, cool. We got it figured out. And so it got figured out, and Roxy and Remy ended up running out on the stage on the football field with us. So it was real fun, right?
Yeah, it was dope. You think they were nervous?
Was I nervous?
No, they were the dogs.
No. They've been on the field before. Like I said, they was
Oh,
there
yeah.
at Spartans. At Neither Spartans, you run out there on the field.
Yeah.
But as far as like, you could tell they just really just wanted to run and play
Yeah.
out
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
everything. They just wanted to like, especially as soon as I started jogging, like
Yeah. Yeah.
we started doing one of those, like going crazy. Um, but yeah, they was excited and like they took like a real good picture, and I got it like hung up in the back,
Yeah.
it's literally right there.
Yeah.
Um,
So
yeah, I got a real good picture right there. And you got like Remy literally looking right at the camera. I don't know how she figured out which camera to look at, but it's weird. She looked right at that camera. And then you got the like iconic picture of like Roxy literally like looking up at me while we're running. So it's like, I mean, it's like a moment where like she's looking at me like she's proud of me type of thing. It's funny. It's all
yeah.
funny. Yeah. But yeah, it's a pretty cool picture. Especially for memories.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. And obviously 2020 was a bad year with Corona and all that. And then I know you got to play in the spring league. So what was that like?
Playing in the spring league.
Yeah.
I only did it for 2 weeks. Blessed enough to even do it for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Like I wanted somebody like that I was like in connections with. He basically just reached out to the coach and asked, and I sent all my highlights, whatever I needed to send. I sent all that stuff in, and for a while it took a little bit, and then like we sent it again, and then like he responded. I got his number. He called me on Friday night, and then at 7 a.m. Saturday morning, called again and said, "Pack your stuff, be in on Sunday." And I was like, "Cool." Got a flight. I literally bought a flight as soon as we got off the phone, for whatever available time it was, and I got there. And for the last 2 weeks, I literally just came in strong, bro. I like didn't one BSing around, uh, trying to get on every special teams, literally just going hard. And like the coach, one over the coaches, like um, liking and started to get on special teams. Then they liked me in practice for like DB, and I was like, all right, cool. It was like you can start, you can play, and that's what I did. And so I got a lot of film in 2 weeks, literally just 2 weeks, and like and it only took like a couple of days of preparation to get to that starting point. So I got a lot of plays. We played against Brian them, we beat them, and then like we played against what was the last team in that last team? They was blue. I forgot their name, but we played against them too. And it was a lot of people that I already kind of knew, but I didn't know it was there because I met them at like national scouting combines or,
Mhm.
what I'm saying, just small little things we was doing while everything was still like not available as far as like training camps and stuff went.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. What's your next like? What's your goal for football now?
man, just to get signed, man. I don't care
Yeah.
if I can make the practice team. It don't matter what it is, man. I just want to be on somebody's football team. You know what I mean? Like I play hard. I practice hard. I go extremely hard for anybody's practice squad. It doesn't matter. They need a good look or something. I'm there. Put me in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like my whole thing is, bro, like to be able to just live out that dream, especially when you see that it gets stripped away from you and how easy it can be stripped away from you.
Yeah.
Um, and you have no actual choice over it. Like you know what I mean? Like it would be different if I just gave up on football, but literally a whole pandemic hit to where they
Yeah.
canceled our pro day 3 days before, and I already knew I was gonna do extremely well, man. Me and Coach Guest was practicing every single day on everything, and my times was looking real good, like really, really good. But they canceled it, and I already knew like my predictions was to be even like a camp invite type of guy or something. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that we go get that. I was gonna get that chance opportunity, and I already knew if I really got that chance opportunity, I was gonna be signed to the team regardless. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna see my work ethics, they're gonna see everything. And I was like, it got canceled, and then they have nothing for a whole year, literally for a whole year. So a lot of us who got picked up was like immediately dropped type of thing. I know a couple of us are still on a team that came out in my class. Like
Mhm.
a couple of literally just a couple though. It's not many, and they cut down rosters, I believe. Didn't they cut down rosters?
Yeah.
In the beginning, yeah, they cut down rosters. They didn't have no tryouts, no nothing. So I was like, what now? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in that what now moment, that's why I was still in Michigan because I was training. I was training in Michigan, and then like my lease was starting to come up, and it was just months after months after months. I'm asking my agent like, is there anything? Is there any updates? Is there somewhere I can go? You know what I mean? There was nothing. There was just nothing. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna sit around and do nothing. Like I'm not getting paid to do nothing. You know what I mean? Like I'm not getting fast food money no more. I already graduated. So like I still gotta pay rent or wherever it may be. And so when my lease was coming up to an end, that's when I was like, I'm either gonna go back to Texas. Well, no, I ain't even make Texas as a option to go back to. I was like, I'm just gonna network for these last couple of months before my lease is up, and you know what I'm saying, ask my advisors or something like that, and they gave me a lot of advice, and I already took the advice that we was learning through football itself from Keeping It Real Mondays, and I took that and applied that, and just networked and reached out to people in California. Simply because I got my master's degree in media and information for film, and I already knew like California, Atlanta, and New York it's the spots to be for films. And I was like, all right, cool. I made all my connections in California. I'm just gonna move to California, and that's what we did. We got in the truck and we drove all the way to California. Me, Roxy, and Remy took us. We stopped though. We stopped. It took us like 4 days to get there. So we stopped in like Minnesota, and then we stopped in Colorado, then we stopped in Vegas, and then it finished the rest of it on to California. So it was a long journey, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But
all right,
yeah.
now, let's talk about Josh Butler. I don't know what you want to call yourself because influencer usually people don't like, but entertainer I'll call you. So let's talk about Josh Butler, the entertainer. You do everything. Like I didn't even know at one point. I didn't even know you sung, and I was like, dude, you sing too? I was like, yeah, this shit's good. So tell me about like how you got like kind of into everything, and then like tell me about like TikTok and like blowing up on there.
That's what the TV comes from because it's just entertainment. You know what I mean? Because I do a lot of people don't know I do one thing, and the world is literally used to people only doing solely one thing and being known for one. And it kind of makes it hard with the algorithms too, because like you see me do like funny stuff with my dogs, but then realize then he still play football, or then I sing out of nowhere and people be like, wait a minute, you got music too. And then I'll be in a TV show another time. I was like, wait a minute, like, bro, what is he doing? Like, what is he doing? And I'm like, bro, basically, I'm just not trying to waste my talents. Like a lot of people have other talents, and they solely focus on one type of thing. And for me, I don't want to be limited in my life, type of thing. Like I don't want to be limited to the abilities that I can do. If I know I can do an ability, and I have that ability to do so, I'm going to do that. I'm not gonna just leave myself limitless and just forget about the stuff that I know how to do. For what reason? Like I only get one life. Why not be able to use everything in that one life? Like I never that. And so that's why I say I never wanted to be limited. There's a lot of doors that can open for every single path that I take. And I make sure I put my time into each and every one. And like, no matter if it's for social media, that's easy. I just do all the stuff off my phone, all my editing. It's not that hard to literally just grab a camera and record some stuff, bro. It's really not that hard. It's tedious. It's very irritating, but it's not hard to do, especially if you focus type of person. For football, I just wake up in the mornings and do my workouts. You know, I just run with my dogs or something, bro. It's not that deep to do. I just actually did a workout not too long ago earlier, and we filmed and recorded that too. So I got two birds in one stone. Then for like music, that's a little bit tougher. The music spot is a little bit tougher because like writing, you get writer's block, writing songs and stuff. So that's a little bit tougher. But as far as like singing, practicing wise, you just sing, practice around the crib all the time. And then for acting and stuff, you gotta stay on top of your emails. That's pretty much the only thing. Because like your emails, you got a lot of opportunities there. And then like it's a lot of people that's in production that I know. You just got to reach out to people. Just stop being so antisocial because people don't know if you need work or not or whatever it may be. And so I reach out like, hey, what, you know what I'm saying? What are y'all working on this week or this month or something? They'll be like, we need this or we need that. And are you available? I'm in there. I'm working. As I'm saying, we work all the time, man. And then like, if I'm networking, I'm gonna make sure I network with every single thing, opportunity that I have to do so. Like I'm learning about NFTs and stuff now. I just went yesterday. I went to the launch house and I was trying to learn more about that. And basically, launch house is just a big ass house with a bunch of smart people that know about cryptos and stuff. So I went there trying to learn about that. It's very, very hard. Like it's not that easy. People be saying like people who are already in it say it's easy, but trying to get started, it's not that easy.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out. I don't even know if I like just buy something and like leave it in there to grow or deplete or whatever. Or some people's like, you gotta check it every day type of thing. And I'm like, how do I know when to take it out? How do I know when I'm gonna get the money? Like, what you mean? Like, I don't know. But yeah, man, it's just doing everything all at once. It's also inspirational to younger generations, especially when I tell my family, bro, like, y'all can't always be stuck on one thing. You know what I mean? Like they're so limited, and it's a whole world out here. It's literally a whole world. They're so limited to just Dallas, Texas, and that's it. They're stuck right there in Dallas, Texas. They don't even want to go to another state or get along another country and learn something new with themselves. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to learn German, I'm trying to learn Spanish. I already know sign language. I'm trying to learn all that stuff. It's like, you know what I mean? Like I got that chance, opportunity to do so. I'm going to take it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, like you got me thinking about like 3 points, 2 3 points, like just one. Like I hate when people say in general, like you got to do only one thing. Like that's the most annoying thing ever. 2, the emailing thing. Yeah, that's like the key to like everything. I think people sleep on emails and like I talked to a guy that he was trying to make a fitted hat the other day, and he showed me, and it was like a Washington Nationals design. I was like, all right, you could go 2 ways about it. You could either hit up the Washington Nationals, or you could just make a alternate logo, and it won't be like the Washington Nationals mark because that's their trademark now. He's just like, you're telling me to hit up the Washington Nationals. I'm like, yeah, you could find their email online. You could hit them up. I don't know if they're going to respond, but you could hit them up.
Yeah, you can always reach out to people.
So
that's why I always send my email out because I got like 3 emails. Emails. I got one for like just stuff I like order on, I don't know, Amazon, whatever. That way they'll always mix together. And then I have stuff like specifically just for business / acting. So I use that email. I check that with the absolute most because that's exactly the ones I give to like companies or something like that. And then I have my third one, which is my school email. And sometimes I'll just use that one whenever.
Yeah. And with crypto and investing, I would just say like, just invest like a small amount and just like leave it there, because I've done it in the past where it was like 2017 and I looked at it when I just sold it because I like broke even or whatever. And then like I look at it now and it could have been like a few $1,000s and I'm just like, damn. But like same thing with like stocks. You just gotta, I feel like you just this is my opinion, not an expert, you know how they say, but I would say just like leave it for like a while and just see.
Did you check on it every day though, type of thing, or just left?
No, I check it now. I used to be like addicted, but now I just like check it every once in a while. Because like even like for example, when the crypto it crashed like say like a month ago, and I was like, damn. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna do what I did in the past and cash out and like lose a little bit of money. I'm just gonna wait. And now it went back up to like what it was. So it was like whatever.
Yeah, okay. So you just gotta wait, even if it like goes down.
Yeah, or like I could have bought more too. I was thinking about it and I was like, I'll wait. But yeah, I think it's a long-term game, especially with the crypto. But yeah. All right. What about like TikTok? Like when did you get on it, and like what was the video that like blew up? I know you had a lot of them, but like what was the first one?
I got on it like right after I graduated.
Mhm.
So that's when people still kind of like knew me a little bit. It's also was after the walk on the field with my dogs and stuff too. So I got on it, and then like I posted a video, like the one that mainly went viral is like it's the same things me and Remy do. And she was like dressed up in her little watermelon suit, and she's like on my bed. And I was like, bro, what are you looking at? Like, why are you looking at me like that? And she basically just like attacks me, like pretends to attack me type of thing. She's a puppy, and like to be honest, bro. But I'll give you a little secret to it. Behind the scenes of it is all play. That part of it is all playing. Like she literally stops. Like after I'm like, all right, we good. She'll just stop. Nah, sure. Yeah, like, sure. Like you did good. She's a little actress. But that was the first one. It was, but I didn't say my leg in those. Usually I say like my leg. You like this SpongeBob thing. That's funny. People be commenting in that on some of my videos, and it's hilarious. That's stuff I actually like. So it was one of those type of videos that went viral first, and then I just started posting like football videos just so people actually knew who I was.
Mhm.
And then yeah, it just went from there.
I know now you're posting dancing videos because you met with a bunch of different influencers. How is it just to connect with a whole bunch of people?
We was we at the Wish House and Lil Xan's crib. There was, they be having like a lot of TikTok or influencer events type of thing. Yeah. And I ain't never doing all like dances or nothing like that either, but they taught me. That's why I say like I'm not limited to nothing. Like if somebody's willing to teach me something, I'm gonna learn it. Yeah. And they taught me what was his name? Juby to Fly and Young Flick. They're dancers on TikTok, and they taught me the dance. And John Quall too, John. Yeah. He was teaching me too because they all knew how to do it. And I think it is Juby to Fly's dance. He's the one who I believe originally created it, and he was teaching me how to do it. And it took me like two days or so to actually figure it out and learn exactly what it is. And I ended up getting it. And now I do it, and people was like, bro, how do you do it? How do you do it? I was like, bro, I learned it from somebody literally yesterday. Like, I'm not the creator of the dance, bro. Like, but people like do it on the stairs or is there something like that.
Yeah, that's funny. No, it's funny because like when you were just talking about like moving places, like obviously like I see all this stuff, but like I can't, like I don't know what it's like when you guys were just like all there and like all the creators, like I thought that was like dope. And but like I said, like I don't know what it like feels like, I guess you'd say. But yeah, and then going into the acting too, you were an All-American. How is that to play a football player even though you're a football player?
Yeah, I did like a lot of stuff besides All-American too, but that's probably like the biggest one that I was able to actually get into type of thing. But I mean, it was cool. Like everybody was cool. It's different with COVID because you got to be careful and like keep distances and like put your mask back on every time we're done. We're not recording. It was literally tedious. They were like, "All right, go. We'll do that as soon as we were done. Take your mask out, whatever you got on, put it on for a little bit." But everybody was cool. I love the cast. Literally love the cast. The directors was really, really nice. The people, Game Changer Films, who work for Game Changer Films, are really nice. They're really cool. And just meeting the actual main actors, which I've only met, was all the guys from All American. The girls weren't there. You only there when you need it, type of thing.
Yeah.
But meeting them in person is really, really cool. They were down to earth. They weren't like too bougie, like don't talk to me or don't take a picture with me, none of that. We was laughing in between cuts and stuff like that. So, but it was nice to be there and just have that experience. Like I said, like now people will see it on Netflix and stuff and be like, yeah, I know Josh. I see Josh right there, type of thing. Yeah, so it was nice.
Yeah, for sure. What advice would you give to a young kid, either like trying to get like a D1 scholarship or like trying to find their way in life?
Yeah, I get that a lot. I get that question a lot. I try to answer it as much as possible. But the probably the main advice, man, is just one, don't be discouraged because like your chance opportunity will come. Um, and two, do not be afraid to like reach out or talk to somebody uh, to get yourself out there. Social media is very powerful, especially nowadays. Um, like put yourself out there. Ask the coach, can you make a highlight tape? Use Huddle. Huddle has advanced a lot now since 2014. I'll tell you that they got a whole community. They got everything. They got so much stuff on Huddle. I never even knew. Like we was using Huddle for the spring league. I'm like, bro, wait a minute. When did Huddle get like this? Use Huddle. Use Twitter. Twitter is a big platform, especially for football, because like a lot of coaches are on Twitter and they can see that through Twitter. You know what I mean? Like sometimes, even if I had my old account, like sometimes I literally just go and retweet somebody's stuff because they were like looking for schools or like offers or something. I just go and randomly retweet because I know like MSU football and stuff like follow me or whatever it may be. But you know what I mean, this is doing my part. A lot of people may see it, a lot of people may not see it. But just trying to do my part, my portion. But ball out on the field, especially if you on the field, whatever sport you want to do, just literally put your time and effort into that. If you think you can do better at a certain thing, literally practice that until it's perfect, and then or until you beat your old time, or you're going to be a power lifter or whatever it may be. Practice consistently. Practice. The days, especially you don't want to do anything, those are the most important days. You got to go the hardest. Because it's like sometimes you don't want to get out of bed. Your body may be sore. You may not be feeling good. Your head might be hurting. You still have to do it because that one time or that one moment you miss out on, you go like, dang, bro, I should have did it. You don't want to have that I should have type of mindset. And then like, I guess with life in general, whatever you want to pursue for, make sure you just do that. Like sometimes it's people that's out there that's actually willing to help you chase your dreams. It really is. There's really a lot of people who see somebody who's inspirational or see somebody who's actually working towards that dream. And if you're actually working towards it, don't be afraid to reach out to somebody and be like, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. What else do I need to do? Or what else can I do in order to achieve that certain goal? Don't be afraid to reach out to people. That's probably the most important part. Like, believe it or not, we actually need one another, even though some people suck or some people may not help you, you know what I mean? Or some people just might be just playing on me. It's tough, but we need one another in order to succeed. And that's the reality of it.
Yeah, definitely. I liked all those answers. Are you ready for some lighter questions, some fun questions?
Yeah, let's get into it.
I know you're a gamer too, so versatile. What's your favorite game? What's your favorite game right now?
Oh man, I play a lot of scary games. It gets more attention from my audience, and probably my favorite series that I've played of scary games was Outlast. I played Outlast 1, 2, and there's a like a mix of it in it, and bro, man, I tell you, it have you jumping because I sit like right here. My TV, the gaming TV is right here, and I'm not too far away from the screen, and I got the headphones are pretty good, like they're on there, and I'm like, okay, and it's like quiet, and then I play at night. I make sure I play at night so everybody will be scared too, and I play it on like extreme mode or something like that. So if I like die, I got to literally restart all the way over from the beginning the first time, because I didn't know how long it was gonna take me to win or to get to the end, which is sad, but those was my favorite series of games to play. But other than that, I play like more so strategic games or like shooting/fighting games. And then I have to be like, of course, Call of Duty is in there, and I play Dead by Daylight a lot, and then like some adventure fun games that I've been playing recently. It Takes Two, and Somebody told me to get Resident Evil. I haven't got it yet, but I do have a Xbox gift card, so I'm gonna try to use that.
All right. Who's your favorite football player growing up?
Devin Hester.
All right.
Devin Hester and Randy Moss, of course.
Well,
Yeah, everybody like offensive players growing up.
yeah. What about who
Unless it's like
any DBs?
It's people that you like mimic your game after, which is like Darrell Revis, Champ Bailey. Let's see, Brian Dawkins, Ed Reed, of course.
Yeah.
Troy Polamalu. You know what I'm saying? Those the ones.
All right, last one. Who's a TikToker that you want to collab with that you haven't yet?
I'm gonna go with football, and I'm gonna go with Dockery.
All right, Josh, I appreciate you coming on, and could you let the listeners know where they can follow you at?
Yeah, the listeners, you can follow me at Josh Butler TV, and you can follow my dogs also is Roxy_Remy TV. They actually just got verified yesterday, which is lit. But yeah, that's our social media accounts. They are on all social media platforms, and so am I.
This episode has been brought to you by BUSR.com. Go check it out to get your free $100 bet when you deposit $100 at BUSR.com/Paul.